Alright, so y'all, so basically, I want to do a thing where y'all just ask me questions, give me topics to speak on. Like, y'all can ask me controversial questions, serious questions, funny questions, I don't really care. Just ask it all, bro. If y'all don't, I'm gonna be disappointed, and I'm gonna just make up my own questions and topics to speak on. But I'm putting faith in y'all. So if y'all ever had a question y'all ever wanted to ask me, or ever wanted to know my opinion on something, or just how I felt about something, now is the time. So go ahead and ask away, and we're gonna get right into it. Trump or Kamala? Okay, so I knew a political question was probably gonna come up. There's probably gonna be more too, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way first. I don't give two shits about politics. Like, I'm gonna be so real. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. What John Cena say? I'm a human being. So yeah, I don't really go either way when it comes to Trump or Kamala or just Republican or Democrat. Now I will say a lot of what I'm around is a lot of people I know are Republicans simply because I was born and raised in Louisiana, and that's basically all anybody is here. So obviously all I hear is oh, Trump's this amazing person and Kamala's this horrible person. That's all I hear, but I don't let it influence me just because I know where I live. There's gonna be a bias. If I lived in California, I'd be hearing the exact opposite of that. I just don't get too involved in it because I feel like there's more to life than just politics. I just don't get how certain people get so wrapped up in it, and that's their number one hobby. At the end of the day, that shit's boring. If I'm turning on TV, I'm not trying to watch the news. I'm not trying to see a debate, because this is shit I be seeing that they mainly talk about. They be debating about gun laws and stuff. They be debating about abortion. They be debating about global warming. None of that shit affects my life in any type of way. I mean, global warming, bro, because I work now and it is hot as hell outside. That's the one thing that affects me. It's so hot now. But that's why are we debating about that shit, bro? The world's getting hotter. And even if it's not, and y'all want to debate about that shit, it's hot as hell outside. I don't care, bro. It's summer. It's hot as hell here, especially in Louisiana. So that's my thoughts on politics. I don't really care. I'm not even saying this to protect my image. Oh, I'm scared to say this. If I had a president I liked, I would tell y'all. Just being real. But I don't know enough about politics, so I don't got an answer. How many genders? 2. I ain't gonna sugarcoat the shit. I understand people have their certain beliefs and respect to them, but there's 2 genders. I'm not finna sit here and protect my image and be oh, there's as many genders as you want there to be. Bro, you're born a male or you're born a female. I'm not trying to be oh, I'm so edgy. No, bro. I'm just saying how I feel, and maybe y'all feel a different way, and y'all are free to do that, but I'm not gonna change my mind. I got my answer already. If you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Don't give a short answer and actually give your 3 wishes. Okay, am I allowed to say unlimited wishes for one of my wishes? Is that allowed or no? Alright, I'm not allowed to? Alright. So let me think of 3 real quick. Okay, this is cliche, but I gotta put money in there. If I can have infinite wishes, I'm wishing for infinite money. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, a loyal, loving Latina girlfriend. That's number 2, obviously. Bro, I need a dream girl, best personality ever. If I'm just able to wish for it, best personality ever, most attractive person ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going all out. And then number 3, I guess to blow up on YouTube and shit. That's the 3 things I want to attain in life is money, not women. Let me not say women. A girlfriend and this YouTube shit. I mean, yeah, those are obvious answers, but the thing is, if a genie were to ever come up to you and offer you 3 wishes, you don't want to pick the most obscure answer. You want to pick the obvious choices. What's your religion? I'm Christian. I feel like I be talking about that sometimes on my stuff, but if y'all didn't know, I am a Christian. But yeah, because I always be wondering when I watch my favorite YouTubers, I'll be wondering if they're Christian or whatnot. And I know I'm not none of y'all's favorite YouTubers, but I know if there were some of y'all wondering, there's y'all's answer is I cleared the air. That's all the questions I had. I'm gonna think of more. Alright, I'm gonna make up questions now. Thoughts on the David situation? Bro, I appreciate you asking that. So basically my thoughts on the David situation. Alright, so I'm gonna preface this by saying David was probably my favorite artist, just being real. And obviously it's gonna be hard to just transition that quickly from your thoughts on the artist when one day they're your favorite artist and the next day you find out they're a rapist and a pedophile and murderer. So it's kind of hard to process all that in a short time because this all happened within the last week. But what I will say, bro, is that's crazy what he did. It shows that you could really be any type of person and no one will ever know. Even me, because y'all see what y'all see on here, but I could even have a whole dark side of me that y'all just don't know about. That's not me saying I do, but that's also not me saying I don't. Okay, no, what I'm saying is you never know. You can't just judge a book by its cover, because he was just a normal dude that was playing Fortnite and making music. Bro didn't even cuss in his music. He had a whole Christian TikTok page. You would never know. But I mean, obviously he did what he did, so it just puts it just puts into perspective that you really can't really know what's actually going on in someone's life. And I'm gonna also say this, and before I say this is not me bashing the girl's parents by any means, because I know they're probably dealing with the hardest time of their life right now, but But what I'm gonna say is, as parents, bro, like we just gotta like really monitor what our kids are doing, because I mean this could have been prevented maybe, just because I know the way my parents were on me, because my parents were super strict growing up. I had a babysitter up until I was like 11 years old, and mind you, this girl was like 12, I'm pretty sure, when her and David started talking. So it just kind of puts things into perspectives. Like I wasn't even able to stay at my house without my parents until I was like 11, and I'm not talking like my parents leave for the weekend, I need someone to watch me overnight. No, I'm talking if it was like the summer and my parents are at work, I had a babysitter up until I was like 11. I wasn't allowed to cuss. I wasn't even allowed to say the words heck, dang, butt, fart, etc. I couldn't say none of that stuff, but it made me like more, you know, protected and like more pure, I guess, because this girl, she was like 12 or 13 taking trips to LA with this famous musician or whatever that's a grown man. I don't know to what extent her parents knew about it, but even then my parents weren't just letting me go out like that. So like this isn't me taking a shot at her parents. I'm just saying, like, as parents, we really gotta monitor what our kids are doing and who they're talking to and whatnot. Do you agree with people getting murdered over their personal opinions? Okay, this was another one I was gonna talk about, was the whole Charlie Kirk situation. And once again, as I mentioned earlier, I don't know the first thing about politics. I knew who this dude was, like barely, only because I seen a parody account of him on Instagram. That's the only reason I knew who he was, and I probably seen like a couple of his clips. So I don't know much about what he said. I don't know if he was saying like crazy shit or what he was saying, but I mean, at the end of the day, bro, this dude did have a family. He did have a wife and kids. So I don't think someone should be killed over just like stuff they said, depending on what they said. I don't know the full extent of what he said, but I just don't know if it was enough for him to be killed over. I think like if you kill someone or you like did something horrible to someone, then I could see where someone might kill you. But just over like political beliefs, I don't know. And that goes back to my original point of people being so wrapped up in the politics. Like I don't see how you can be that passionate about it that you kill someone. I'm passionate about WWE, but you're not gonna catch me killing Cody Rhodes because he beat John Cena. Now obviously that's not the same level as like maybe what this dude was saying. He was probably saying offensive stuff to some people, but I don't think he should have been killed over it. I don't know. I think what we need to do, because that doesn't get you anywhere, that doesn't stop bad people from being bad people. That's just bad people going after what could have been another bad person. I don't know if what he did or not. I don't know what he said, so I really don't know. But what we need to do is find a way to like talk to people and convince them to do better, because at the end of the day, Charlie Kirk was a Christian, I'm pretty sure. So if like people could talk to him about, you know, God says to treat everybody the same way, like treat everybody with respect, whether they're your enemy or your friend. Like he could have took that lesson. If we would have just, I don't know, taught him to treat everybody with the same respect, then maybe, like, I don't think we should kill someone for saying something that you don't believe in. I feel like you should try to convince them to think the same way you do, or at least try to come to a mutual agreement. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. But I feel like we should just try to be better people instead of killing people for being bad people. Like try to make someone a good person. Don't just kill them because they're a bad person. You know what I mean? But it gets to a point. Like if someone murders your whole family, obviously you should feel okay with killing them. If it's something that someone's saying, bro, just try to get them to do better. And if not, just ignore them. Because like at the end of the day, they're not gonna like physically do anything to anybody. So if you just like don't listen to the nonsense they're saying, then it doesn't really matter. If they say offensive stuff, then if they're not gonna change their ways, then you change your way of listening to them and just block them out of your life. I feel like it's really that simple. Oh, and back to the Davis situation, I talked about from his parents' perspective how they could have done stuff differently, but let me talk from his perspective now. And I'm talking to all of y'all. If y'all are 18 and up, if y'all are ever talking to a girl, one of the first questions, if not the first question you should ask, is how old are you? I'm gonna give y'all a quick trivia. If y'all watch my videos or watch my streams, when I go on Omegle, what's the first thing I ask whenever I see a girl? I ask them how old they are, and if they say they're underage, most of the time I skip. Sometimes I'll crack a joke and then skip, but you get the point. If a girl slides in your DMs, or if you slide in a girl's DMs, vice versa, and you find out she's underage, bye, have a great time. Get out of there. Don't be over here talking about something. Nah, bro, she's different, bro. I don't know, it's something about her. Bro, she is a minor. If you're 18 and someone under the age of 18 is in your messages, just leave, bro. And I know people be talking about, oh no, but the age of consent where I live is 16. But what about morals? Bro, you cracking 16-year-olds? I don't even got words, but like, what are we even doing, bro? That's my thing. What are we even doing? Would you trade someone you love for everything you've ever wanted in life? Who's the one I love? Nah, I'm playing. Bro, that's like selling your soul, basically. Like, that's literally like selling your soul. Cause realistically, like that's a sacrifice in order to get everything you want. And that's not even like stuff you need. That's just stuff you want. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff you could obtain anyway if you have the right mindset without having to sacrifice someone you love. But I mean, to each their own. If you're gonna do that, just don't love me, because I ain't trying to get sacrificed just so you can get in your bag. a realistic YouTube video you want to film soon? I don't know. That didn't really fit. I want to ask like deeper questions, but any video I want to film, bro, I want to get back to vlogging. I want to get back to streaming because I was watching my funniest videos, the 2024 video, and I was like, bro, I'm really funny as hell. There was a couple times where I was just cracking jokes that were like, okay, we get it, bro, you're a pedophile. But it's like, aside from that, bro, I was really funny as hell. But the key word is was. But we gonna get back there eventually, hopefully. Let me not even say we will. Hopefully we'll get back to where we were. But yeah, that's really all I want to do, is just the stuff I was doing in 2024 and maybe vlog more. Because the thing is with me, I watch vloggers. I don't watch streamers. I watch vloggers. But streaming just comes easier to me because you can do it by yourself. Like, you don't have to rely on anyone. And you don't have to like be in the real world. Like, you can do it right here every single day basically. Now, I know that's coming from me, someone who streams maybe once a month if we're lucky. But that's different though, because I got a real life and shit. But if I didn't have a life, like, I could stream every single day, and I probably would be. But also, I hate streaming when I have roommates like right outside my door, because I don't like people hearing what I'm talking about, bro. I feel cringe like streaming in front of people. I might have to start asking more of my questions that I made up. All right, so I got a couple actually. Does size matter? The fact that I'm coming up with this question probably lets y'all know what my opinion on this is gonna be and why this is my opinion. that should let y'all know Aiden Ace don't got it like that. But okay, so look, does size matter? I have two answers to this question, and it just depends on what you're looking for. Now, I'll answer it the first way. If you're looking for a relationship, then no, size does not matter. And I say that because let's say you're with a girl or you're talking to a girl and she leaves you simply because you have a small dick. She was never the one in the first place, because all that does is show that's where her heart was at. That shows that y'all's relationship was gonna be centered around lust. And you just don't want a relationship that's centered around lust. It's just not gonna work out. You want your relationship to be centered around love, because that's what our relationship is supposed to be. You're not supposed to be with someone just because like you trying to hit. Like, no, you want to be with someone because you genuinely love them and they genuinely love you. And then my other answer, if you want bitches, if you're just trying to have sex with like hella girls, then size probably matters. Now, even then, I don't know, because I be hearing about this whole motion of the ocean shit, which it's not my place to talk on that because I've never been fucked before. So I don't know, but girls watching this, the probably 1% female viewers I have, y'all can comment, do y'all think size matters when you're having sex with someone? Because the reason I say size doesn't matter when you're in a relationship, because if you can find a girl that doesn't care about sex and she's with you for you, then that's all that matters for real. Because your dick size is not gonna matter if your relationship's centered around love. And guys, y'all are just as guilty of this shit, because a lot of y'all be using girls for their bodies. One time somebody asked me, like, he was being serious, he asked me if I could date a girl if she didn't have a fat ass and big tits. Like, are we serious? Like, bro, that question is crazy. It's just because, like, bro, the answer is so obvious. Like, obviously, hell no. Okay, no, bro, the answer is yes, of course, bro. Like, if y'all really not dating a girl because she don't got a fat ass or she don't got big tits, you need to be checked on, bro, because that's just something I don't care about. And this ties into another point I was gonna kind of bring up. Like, I just don't really care about having sex. Like, this isn't me being a pick me or nothing. Like, this me being dead ass. Like, bro, it would turn me off if it was like my first time hanging out with a girl and she's just talking about like she want to get fucked. That ain't what I'm looking for. If y'all may or may not know, bro, I'm waiting until marriage till I even have sex. And even then, bro, when I get married, it's not like I'm itching for it. It's not like right after the wedding I'm gonna be like, yo, I need to fuck. Like, no, bro. Like, when the time comes, the time comes. But I don't really like care about that shit for like I could go an entire relationship never doing that shit and be perfectly fine with it. Yeah, that's my thoughts on all that. I have another question that kind of ties with this, but I'll sit here and wait and see if y'all got anything else. Another thing that ties with the last thing I was talking about, is it okay to be single? Nobody asked that shit, but this is another question I'm gonna answer, because if y'all didn't know, I'm single. I know, what a shocker, right? Y'all would have never guessed that. So my answer might be a little biased, but in my opinion, I think it's perfectly okay to be single. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story to kind of back this up. So in 2023, every single person in my friend group, like not just a lot of them, no, literally every single person in my friend group besides me was in a relationship. And what I'm about to say is not a shot at any of my friends. So if y'all see this, like if y'all see this clip, don't take it out of context. I'm not shitting on y'all or nothing, bro. This is just me telling the story to kind of prove a point. So all of my friends in my friend group were in relationships in 2023, and they would like crack jokes like about me being single and shit, or they would like tell me like, bro, you need to get in a relationship, like lock in, bro, like you gotta get a girlfriend. And the year is 2025 now. Not a single one of them is in the relationship that they were in. I don't even know if any of them are in relationships anymore now, but none of them are dating the girls they were dating at the time. And that just goes to show you like, what did I really miss out on? Because now y'all are right here with me, and apparently I'm missing out on all this stuff. And this isn't me being like, haha, your girl broke up with you, haha, y'all's relationship didn't work out, haha. Like, no, I'm not doing saying that. What I'm saying is that at my age, being in a relationship just isn't gonna last. I've never seen anyone my age have a relationship that lasts. It might last a couple years, but after that, you're right back here on the sidelines with me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay to be single. Like, you're really not missing out on that much. There's obviously a lot of great things that come with a relationship, but at the same time, there's a lot of bad things that come with a relationship. Plus, when you're my age, it's almost guaranteed to end. Like, it's almost guaranteed to not last. And bro, I've seen my friends crash out over girls. Like, I've seen my friends get so mad and tell me like, bro, you're so smart, bro, never get with a girl, never get with a girl. And I'm like, damn, that's how it got you feeling? Now I really don't want to get with a girl. It's also like, I don't really got a choice because your boy don't know how to talk to girls. And this is another point. I'm telling y'all, I came prepared. I have another thing I want to talk about. Advice on talking to girls. Now, if you're asking me for advice on talking to girls, then you already came to the wrong person. Clearly, y'all know well enough because no one in my comments even commented that. I made that question up. But one piece of advice I would give when talking to girls, and this isn't going to be some advice that will make you bag any girl. I mean, it could help you bag girls. It could also make you fumble the bag when it comes to talking to a girl, but it'll truly save you from a lot of pain. So the one piece of advice I would give is the most cliche advice of all time, and that's be yourself. And what I'm saying by that is don't change who you are for a girl. Don't change your interests for a girl. Don't change what you like for a girl. Don't change your personality for a girl. Don't change the stuff you talk about for a girl. And let me explain. I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. So I make YouTube videos. Now, if I'm talking to a girl and she's like, I don't like that you make YouTube videos. Now, I'm not gonna say it because girls have told me before, y'all probably like, bullshit, you don't talk to no hoes. Girls have been like, you seem like a hoe for like, they didn't say it like that, but they were like they don't believe me when I say I'm a virgin or like that I haven't been in a relationship just off the videos they see because I be talking to girls on Omegle and stuff. But so like, let's say it's not about that. Let's say it's just for like me making YouTube videos in general. If a girl were to like be like, I don't like that you make YouTube videos, like why do you do that? I'm not gonna date her. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know what, bro, like that YouTube shit lame. I ain't gonna do it no more. You right. Like, I'm not gonna change who I am for a girl. Here's another example. I watch WWE. If she was like, you watch that stuff? That stuff's weird. I'm not gonna switch up and be like, oh no, I was playing. I don't watch that bullshit. No, bro, I'm gonna stick with it because that's what I like. And if she doesn't accept me for me, then she's clearly not the one in the first place. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people pretend they're someone they're not. They're ashamed of certain stuff. They can't let the hoes know. So they hide their true selves around girls. And it might work for a little bit, but when she catches on to your bullshit, or when you start not wanting to live a fake life anymore, it's gonna catch up, bro. And that leads me to another point of just like letting people control what you do. Like, if people think you're lame for doing certain shit, and I've talked about this so many times, but I'm gonna talk about it again. If people think you're lame for doing some shit, don't just quit doing it, bro. That is the corniest shit you can do because you're giving them every reason to make fun of you if you're doing what they tell you to do and trying to be more like them. Because who even said that these people were the people we need to be like, bro? Like, these people are bots. They're bots. But yeah, it's like, if someone thinks I'm lame for doing YouTube, which hundreds of people think I'm lame for doing YouTube, I'm not just gonna quit. Because like, why am I taking their opinion that seriously? If I like doing something, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm not gonna be ashamed of that shit. If people think you're lame for doing something, or if people make fun of you for doing it, keep doing it, because they're lame for even caring about your life when they have their own life to even focus on. That's another thing I always talk about, bro. Just be yourself. Don't let people make you feel ashamed about doing something you do. Just do it anyway. Because like, fuck you look like, bro. Why you gonna let someone control how you live your life? There's another point I want to bring up. I don't want to be single forever, obviously, when it comes to the is it okay to be single shit. But even if I were to be single forever, I'm not beating myself up over that. I had family members who never got married. I know people that have just never been married and they were living the happiest lives. Obviously, I want to get married one day, but there's just so much bullshit that comes with it. There's cheaters out there, bro, arguments. Like I was saying earlier, I've seen my friends crash out over arguments, breakups. Like, I've seen my friends go through it over breakups. Like, I ain't trying to deal with all that shit, bro. And it's like, obviously, I'm missing out on a lot of the good things, but I see a lot of bad shit going on in relationships. Like, literally, earlier today, I seen this girl and her boyfriend arguing in a Walmart parking lot. And, like, with me working and stuff now, I just can't imagine being at work while being in an argument with my girl, bro. Like, that would be horrible. I'm not trying to deal with all that. If the right girl comes along, then, like, I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm single, get the fuck up out my face. Like, no, I'll give this whole relationship shit a chance. But it's not, like, don't feel like it's wrong to be single, because that was how I felt for a little bit when all my friends had girlfriends. Like, I felt like there was something wrong with being single, which I know they probably weren't trying to make it seem that way, but it did kind of feel that way when you're the only one in the group who's not single. You kind of feel left out. Plus, this is the one time where being single actually sucks. When you're hanging out with your friends and they're with their girls and you don't got a girl, that'd be the worst shit ever. Yo, if y'all got friends that are in relationships and you're not in a relationship, don't hang out with them when they're with their girl. Or if it's just like you, your friend, and his girl, fine. But if it's you, two of your friends, and their two girls, that's when it becomes a problem, because then they're doing like double date shit and then you're just by yourself. And then they gonna have the audacity, oh, Aiden, where's your girl? Okay, they never say it like that, but they be like, oh, we're all like in relationships, and they look at me and be like, oh, I'm sorry, Aiden. And it's like, bro, get the fuck up out my face. I ain't trying to hear that bullshit. But yeah, bro, it's okay to be single. And even if you end up growing old and being single, that's okay too. Just don't lose who you are, bro. Don't like start feeling bad about yourself, bro. Y'all keep asking though. Y'all keep asking, because I'm telling y'all, this the one time pass where y'all can ask me anything and I'm gonna answer. Y'all can ask me to speak on anything, because any other stream, I'm not reading the bullshit y'all have to tell me. Like real shit. Is cheating always unforgivable, or can relationships recover? I mean, it really depends on the situation, because you never know what fuck no. Fuck no. Bro, cheating is never acceptable. I don't care. The only time you could even somewhat accept it is if you got cheated on and then you cheat. But even then, bro, like, what are you doing, bro? Two wrongs don't make a right. Don't let a bad person make you a bad person. If you get cheated on, leave that person. It's no point in cheating on them too, bro. That just shows the type of person you are, bro. You gotta be the bigger man, what they say. But yeah, cheating is never acceptable, bro. That's like the one thing in a relationship that you can't recover from. And I mean, I could even speak on, do men cheat or do women cheat more? What I hear is men cheat more, and you know, I'm not cool enough with enough women to know if, like, I've never seen a woman cheat firsthand, but I have seen men cheat firsthand. Obviously, I'm biased, and I would think men cheat more, not because I do, because like I said, bro, your boy never been in a relationship. And if I did, bro, I would never cheat, by the way. Let me get that out the way. But I'm just saying, from experience, I've seen men cheat before. I've never seen a woman cheat. How tall am I? But y'all know the answer, bro, but I'm gonna show y'all and I'm gonna tell y'all, because I got a clip for him. And mind you, I have shoes on right now too. But yeah, I'm 5'4". This is another thing too. Y'all gotta start embracing y'all's heights, bro. Cause that shit where y'all be, oh, I'm really 5'8", I'm really 5'10". Shut your corny ass up. Because why are you lying, bro? That means you just like ashamed of that shit, bro. And you putting on a facade. This goes just with what I was talking about earlier, bro. If y'all feel insecure about some shit, don't lie about it, bro. You just gotta be honest. Cause people will respect that authenticity more than anything. Cause if you're ashamed of your height, then girls are not gonna fuck with that. If that's what you're going for, like they're gonna be like, oh, he's ashamed of his shit. Then they're gonna feel like they shouldn't want you either for it. I'm 5'4" and I embrace it, so you know what I'm saying? I might ask ChatGPT controversial questions. Is artificial intelligence a threat to humanity? In my opinion, no. Like, obviously it can do wrong stuff, but you really got to go out your way to make it do a bad thing, because I feel like it helps me a lot. Because like whenever I have a question on my mind, I ask ChatGPT. Now I don't look it up on Safari, because Safari will show you a bunch of shit you're not really looking for. ChatGPT will get you straight to the point. Like, look, I'm using ChatGPT right now, so obviously I'm actually a big believer in artificial intelligence, because I think it's super helpful, and it's just cool at the same time. Like, you can make it create pictures of yourself, you can make it like tell stories, come up with scripts and stuff instantly. So I think it's a good thing for humanity, if anything, because it helps people be more creative, and like it can be like a therapist too for you for free. Give a deeper in-depth question to explain the AI question. AI will never have a mind of its own. That's what I'm saying. Like, people be thinking like AI is gonna turn on us. Like, bro, life is not a movie, bro. Like, y'all be thinking we in a movie or something, bro. Like, the AI is not gonna turn on us. We're not gonna make robots that are gonna start killing us. Like, y'all gotta be real, because AI is a super helpful thing. I feel like, because I use it for everything. I'll send pictures of myself, ask like, yo, is my fit hard? They'd be like, hell no. It's super helpful. Is there life outside of Earth? I don't know. I've never been to space before. Looking at Earth flat, around, round. Are we serious? If you think the Earth is flat, bro, unsubscribe to me right now. I'm so serious. Why comparison is the thief of joy? Okay, Loki, I can speak on that shit. Comparing yourselves to others is just never gonna work out. Like, whenever I was single, for example, well, I still am, but whenever all my friends had relationships and I was single, there would be times where I sit there and be like, damn, they really got girls and I don't. And I compare myself and I'd be like, damn. But it's like, you're not seeing everything that goes on behind the scenes. Like, when y'all compare yourselves to celebrities and stuff, you're like, bro, their life looks lit. They're turning up every night. You're not seeing the behind the scenes. This goes just back to what I was talking about with David. You see him like, damn, he's everywhere. He's turning up. Little do you know, behind the scenes, he's over here cracking minors and then killing them. Everything's not really what it seems. And even if it is, still compare yourself to that, you're just gonna let yourself down. People be trying to be other people. I've seen this happen firsthand in middle school, bro. I was in this group. I wouldn't even say these people were my friends, because they just weren't. I was just super quiet in school and I didn't have any friends, so I would hang out with like these people or whatever, and they're like, we were kind of like the nerdier group, I'm not gonna lie. And we had one dude in there who used to like, he would sit at our lunch table and stuff, or like hang out with us in the morning before class. And then I had like a PE class with him, and the cool kids were in that class. He started switching up and hanging out with them, and like, bro, he was the definition of bro is not on the team. But like, he would hang out with them and start acting like them, and that shit was just so corny to me. Like, bro, you was just sitting with us, like the bots. You were just hanging out with the losers. Now you trying to hang out with the cool kids. And it's like he started acting a different way, bro. He started like looking at me as like a joke of a human, not a joke of a human, but like he would kind of like look at me as like just like a meme kind of. And I'm like, bro, you were just sitting here on the losing team. Now you bench riding on the winning team. See, just be yourselves, bro. Cause I've seen it happen firsthand where someone switched up from being like a bot to like being a cool kid. I hate people that make fun of people. That's so true, bro. Cause that's something I've dealt with like my whole life, especially like when I started doing YouTube and music. And this is something I've never even really talked about, but getting made fun of can low-key help you so much. Because in 8th grade, I was making music and I was trying to like blow up off of it. Now, I'm gonna be the first person to say it. My music was horrible. I'm gonna get that out of the way right now. That music was not good, but I was making music and I accidentally had the greatest marketing strategy ever. Cause I was always someone that was like made fun of, cause like I said earlier, I was like quiet and like a nerd in school. And there was this one dude who like knew me from like way back. Like we went to the same church and stuff. And he knew me and he started making fun of me. He would like be in group chats, sending pictures of me and stuff. And just stuff like that, and like talking about me and going through my Instagram and like making fun of my posts. So I made a diss track on him and he was like one of the most popular people in the school. So when I made this diss track, the whole school knew about it. Cause like it's crazy, this quiet like kid that nobody really knows, or I was known but for like the wrong reasons. So this like guy that we know of is like just like a nerd, just made a diss track on the most popular kid in school. So what's everybody gonna do? They're gonna all want to listen to that shit. But see, I didn't capitalize on it. I actually privated the song and like took the SoundCloud link out of my bio, and anytime somebody asked to listen to my music, I would say no. But if I would have let the people make fun of me and just listen to my music, my streams would have been going up crazy. And I realized that with YouTube, like my views will go up crazy whenever I allow people to make fun of me, because a lot of people are gonna watch my videos simply for the reason of making fun of me. That's why I post my videos on my college story, because I get so much hate from it, bro. Like I don't know if y'all know what Yik Yak is, but people just post stuff in your area and like they post stuff going on in the school. And it's a really toxic app. I feel like the app should be taken off the app store. It's just super toxic. But I got posts on there. They're like, tell this kid nobody want to watch them corny ass videos. But that's how I knew it worked, because now a lot of people know about my YouTube channel. Like I wouldn't say I'm locally known in my city, but a lot of random people know who I am. Like I told y'all the story about me getting recognized from my YouTube channel in public. I was messaging a girl one time and she was like, what's your YouTube channel? And I told her, and she had told me she's already subscribed, all because I posted my story and I was farming me getting made fun of. I was farming that shit and it works. So I would say when you make fun of people, obviously it sucks, but if you're getting made fun of, use it to your advantage, because it really can help you. What was I finna talk about, bro? I was finna talk about something. What was I finna talk about? Oh yeah, I was gonna say this, bro. I'm more likely to go somewhere on vacation with like family than like people my age, for real, bro. Unless it's like my closest friends. I'm not trying to hang out with people my age. Like all my friends were going to a LSU game and I couldn't go anyway because of work, but I wouldn't have gone anyway because like I was talking about, I'd rather, because I've been to LSU games with my family and it was chill. Like I'm not trying to go to no tailgate, hang out with a bunch of frat boys, hang out at bars and shit, hang out with a bunch of like no, but I just don't fuck with a lot of shit that the people my age are doing. I just don't, for real, bro, because I don't drink, smoke, or do anything like that. People would think I'm weird for what I do at my age, because I collect, and I'm not gonna confirm or deny if I play with them, but I collect WWE action figures. That's what I be doing at my age. Meanwhile, everyone else my age just be getting drunk and having sex with people they don't know. I can't go to no parties and shit like that, bro. I don't be doing shit like that. And at work, this dude was saying like, hey, you gotta come to a club or something. I told him like, bro, I've never been to a club in my life. When I saw you, everybody turned around. I'm like, bro, is that crazy? Like, it's that crazy that I'm 20 and never gone out? Because I thought this was like a rare thing. I didn't know everybody just be going to clubs for real. But also, when I think club, I think like the shit in GTA, like the strip club. But even like, I've never been to a bar or anything. I've never been to no party or nothing. The closest shit I've been to was my high school homecoming party that I left early because it was lame as hell. I went to my high school homecoming one time, my senior year. Shit was lame as hell, bro. If y'all never went, don't worry, you didn't miss out. Smoking and drinking and partying is lame. Bro, it is lame. All you're doing is wasting your money on something that's negatively impacting your life. Like, even if it was free, it's still negatively impacting your life. It doesn't get you anywhere. And all it really does is cause problems. And also, I hate being around drunk people. That's just one thing I can't stand, bro. Because they be loud as hell. They be, like, smelling like ass. Bro, they be smelling horrible and they be loud as hell. Like, some people can be, like, funnier, like, just, like, they can be cooler when they're drunk. But a lot of people, when they get drunk, bro, they just become annoying as hell. And their breath be smelling horrible. It's like, I'm not trying to be around that. Especially when it's someone you don't know like that and they're drunk, they just be doing too much. Cause I'm already like a chill person, bro. I don't like being around people that are like too loud, or like being around a lot of people. So when you combine that with a bunch of drunk people, unless it's the hoes, I ain't trying to be around no drunk people. Hating on others will not help you in the first place. That's what I don't get. I don't get how hate is so normalized now. Cause it wasn't always this way. Like, there was always hate on the internet, but it's just so much worse now. On TikTok and shit, I've noticed this too. It's so much harder to get likes on TikTok now, because back in the day I could get like 100 views and get like 30 or 40 likes. Now if I get 100 views, I'm lucky if I get 10 likes. It's just how it works now. People don't want to show as much love anymore, and it's just like a trend, and it's like looked at as funny to just hate on people, because the top comments on any post you look at is normally going to be a comment hating on the person who posted it, just 9 times out of 10. And it's like, that shouldn't be what we normalize, bro. And I feel like the way the world is nowadays, if you stick up for someone getting hated on, they're gonna be like, bro, stop glazing him. So I feel like nowadays, if someone's getting bullied and you stick up for the bully, they're gonna be like, bro, the dick riding crazy, bro, he glazing him. It's like, bro, how are we siding with the bullies now? Like, are we serious? Bro, it don't make no sense. I'm glad I'm not growing up in this era, and my kids are not gonna be on social media. I'm telling y'all that now. I know from firsthand experience, because I was on social media at a young age. I was on social media at like 9, maybe 8 years old, and I've seen it all. Like, it was bad back then just because people would cuss at me and shit, because I'll be commenting on WWE posts like, bro, the Miz sucks, and they'd be like, bro, shut your bitch ass up. Bro, they were talking to me crazy back then. And now I know it's so much worse, because if y'all didn't know, I had this Instagram account where I would post all these old Musical.lys of me, which is what TikTok used to be. TikTok bought Musical.ly. Y'all get the gist of it. So I would post all these old Musical.lys of me and pretend it was me now, because I was like rage baiting, because I knew it'd go viral. It went viral, by the way. I knew it would. That was the whole plan. I posted like these clips of me from when I was like 12 or 11. It was just like rage bait, and it went viral. But I'm telling y'all, the DMs I got, bro, my kids are not having an Instagram, because the amount of grown men that were like messaging me and stuff, like trying to get at me. Grown men messaging me for like a minor is already bad, like just trying to like flirt with them and stuff. But this is when it gets really bad. I had grown men sending me dick pics to what they thought was a minor. So just off of seeing that, my kids are not having social media. I damn near don't even want to give my kid a phone, because I got a phone at 10 years old, which is like kind of early. But like the stuff I be seeing nowadays in public, because that's why this generation is so cooked. Because if y'all don't want to take care of y'all's kids, instead of getting them a babysitter, y'all hand them a phone. Like, are you serious? When y'all out in the store, if your kid's acting up, you hand them a phone now. Like, kids don't even be playing with toys, they be playing with phones now. I be seeing it firsthand. There was a time where I was in a store and I was walking around, and the amount of kids I saw just scrolling on TikTok, like 3 years old and younger, just scrolling on TikTok. I'm like, bro, are we serious? I seen some crazy shit in Walmart the other day too. I seen this little kid, he had to been like 8 years old or younger, walking around blasting King Von on, I don't even know whose phone it was, but he was on somebody's phone walking around at Walmart talking about just got some top from this stripper bitch. Like, he's singing the lyric, he know every lyric to this King Von song, walking around blasting that shit on whoever's phone it was. I'm like, bro, we are cooked. Because like I said earlier, bro, my parents, not only did they not let me cuss, they didn't even let me say normal words. I couldn't even say heck, I couldn't say hate, I couldn't say fart, I couldn't say stupid, I couldn't say dumb. I'm telling y'all, bro, the amount of words I couldn't say was insane. And kids over here be cussing like crazy nowadays, bro. It's like, bro, this generation's cooked. So I'm gonna make sure, like, with my kids, bro, I'm gonna be strict, but in the right ways. That's how my parents were with me. They were strict up until the point where they knew I was like developed enough and knew what was right and knew what was wrong, and then they became the most lenient people ever. They were strict enough to the point to make me not like a bad person and not do crazy stuff, to the point where when I was like probably 16, 17, they didn't care what I did. I could leave the house, come back home at like 6 in the morning, and they're not tripping at all, just because they know I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. But they were like the strictest people ever growing up, and now they're the most lenient parents ever. They let me do whatever I want, and it's good to be that way, because I'm not gonna abuse that power now. You have to be strict at first to teach them respect, and once they know respect and whatnot, you can be as lenient as they want, and they'll know their boundaries on their own. Everyone 13 and under all got it bad, all them vaping, exposing bodies on social media. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I didn't even speak on that, like the vaping shit. Kids vaping now, bro, y'all out of pocket. When I was a kid, bro, I didn't even know what a vape was. I was scared of cuss words. You think I'm gonna hit a vape? I was scared of cuss words, bro. I was scared to scroll on my phone, and if someone was cussing, I would be cooked. Now y'all be cussing to y'all parents. But yeah, vaping and stuff is crazy, bro. And they be exposing their bodies too, bro, because the OnlyFans stuff really played a part in this, because now girls turn 18 and instantly make an OnlyFans. Like, they be recruiting these underage girls too, like the Bop House recruiting that Piper Raquel girl. She was like 17, hanging out with a bunch of women in their 20s, calling themselves some bops. They gonna post her on her 18th birthday, newest bop in the house. And the only reason I even know about all this shit is because I be having Sophie Rain added everywhere. I be seeing her post this nonsense. Is work as hard as it seems? I don't know, because this was my first job. I started working like a week before I turned 20, which is crazy, but I just never was in a position where I had to work before. But what I would say is I'm able to do it, and that says a lot. If I'm able to do it, anyone can do that shit for real. And there's like days where like it's never anything where I'm like, bro, I can't handle this. Now there's times where like shit gets a little hectic, and it's like, bro, like what is going on? Because I work at Walmart where I take people's groceries out and stuff, like people that order online and pull up, like I take their stuff out. And the one day where it was like horrible, like this is like the closest experience I've ever ever had to hell. So basically what was going on, all of us were scheduled to leave at 6, but we don't close till 10. So I was supposed to leave at 6 too, but I was the only one who stayed. So I stayed. I'm the only person there. It's like 20 to 30 cars out there. I'm the only person taking stuff out. We have 2 phones there too. We have a phone for people that are in the parking lot and can't check in. Then we have a phone for people at home calling about like an order or something that got messed up. Both phones are ringing non-stop. It's like I'm hearing so much noise. Both phones are ringing. There's 20 cars outside. I'm going in and out. It's hot as hell. We start sending people from other departments. I'm seeing people I've never seen in my life. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're all asking me for help. I'm like, bro, I'm not supposed to be the captain around here. I'm not responsible enough for all this. We got it figured out, but that was a terrible day. And there's like times where like the only times it's really hard is if it gets super busy or if you have to do some shit you're not normally supposed to be doing. Like when I'm working inside the store, that's when it becomes a problem. And people are asking me questions inside the store because I don't know the answer. Or like if it just gets super busy and it's not enough workers, that's when it becomes a problem. But it's really not that hard when you're doing the same thing every day because you eventually just figure out how to do it. And even then, there's gonna be times where you make mistakes, but that's just part of life. Like you just gotta keep going. But yeah, work will definitely change your perspective on life. Like you be more grateful for like with like less time. And also I sleep way less now that I work. I've just gotten comfortable in going days without sleeping. Cause I was talking about this on Snapchat. I've had more days where I just didn't sleep at all in the past like month or like the past few weeks than I have my entire life. Because when I have a 5 a.m. shift and then I have an off day the day after, I be having so much fun on my off days that like I don't even be wanting to sleep. So I end up staying up the whole night and shit. Like I've gotten comfortable with just not sleeping. I like having fun so much that I sacrifice my sleep a lot of the time just because I love having fun. So it's like, yeah, you get comfortable with doing certain shit that you probably shouldn't be, like sleeping less, eating less. Like I've been sleeping a lot less, eating a lot less since I started working because you really have no time to do anything else. It kind of becomes your life. You have to find a way to like balance it. I hate the fact that we can't be consistent because you work and you can't quit until you make money from YouTube, and you can't make money unless you're consistent, and it's a cycle. Exactly, because the only way I can get consistent with YouTube is if I quit work, but the only way I can quit work is if I blow up on YouTube. I can't blow up on YouTube unless I quit work, but I can't quit YouTube unless I blow up on work, but I can't quit work unless I blow up on YouTube. So I'm probably gonna blow myself up and then quit life. Honestly, I'm just gonna have to figure it out. I don't know what it's gonna take, but I'm streaming right now, so that's a step in the right direction. So as long as we can slip in a few streams and try to post once a week, that shit's not happening. That shit is not happening. You get monetized by the end of the year and get the first play, but I ain't gonna lie, bro, that's just not happening. Okay, let me not say it like that. But here's another topic I could talk about, bro. I'm like super self-aware. The year is getting close to ending. Like I'm gonna be real, getting monetized, I don't think it's gonna happen realistically. The thing is, I don't like setting, certain goals for myself because I've been doing, like in 2020, I was like telling myself, bro, like in 2 years I'm gonna be famous. 2022 hit, I'm like, bro, in a year I'll be famous. 2023 hit, I'm like, shit, I'll be famous eventually. 2024 hit, same amount of subscribers. 2025 hit, same amount of subscribers. So I don't like setting goals for myself because I know I'm just gonna let myself down. I'd more so rather just move at my own pace, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'll just keep grinding. But yeah, like I was gonna say, like I've always just tried to be like super self-aware, and a lot of times people will be like, damn bro, why are you so hard on yourself? But it's not even me being hard on myself, it's me being real with myself. Like I don't want to give myself false expectations or pretend I'm someone that I'm not. I just keep it real a lot of the time. That's the reason I quit playing basketball, because I realized like I'm not going to the league, I'm never gonna make high school, middle school teams. So I was like, why the fuck am I gonna keep grinding this shit if I'm not gonna get that much better? You know what I mean? That's why I don't like sports really, because I'm just self-aware. I'm not good at it, so it's like, why am I finna play? Then like I know like a lot of girls don't fuck with me. Not let me not say they don't fuck with me, but a lot of girls want a guy that's super solid. So if I see a girl that's like, I know that's her mindset, I'm not even gonna try to approach that because I know how it's gonna go. I'm like self-aware to the point where I know like some of my content isn't funny. I be trying to take that shit down if I know it's not entertaining. Like I'm not one of those people who's like delusional and thinks my content's good when it's not. When I say my content's good, that's how you know it's good, because I'm always gonna let y'all know if I don't fuck with my content. I for real think this year you could say you'll be famous in a year. I mean, obviously, and this is another thing about me being self-aware, I really do, like, this is the first time in my life, like this past year, where I could really say that the content I make, I could blow up off of. Like, I actually think it's good content and entertaining. Like, that's the first time I've ever been able to say that in my life, because if y'all been around for a while, y'all know I've posted so much bullshit in the past. The problem is just getting consistent. Because I'm not saying I don't think I'm a good YouTuber. I'm not saying I don't think I'm entertaining. Like, I think I have what it takes, but I just don't think I can get consistent. I mean, and it sucks knowing that and knowing there's nothing you can really do about it. And that's just life. But I'm never going to give up on this shit. That's one thing I want y'all to know, bro. I'm never going to be like, bro, that YouTube shit lame. I ain't doing that no more. I'm never going to do that. I'm always going to work towards it. I'm just not going to go in here and tell y'all like, oh, I'm finna blow up. I'm finna do all this. Because it's just going to let myself down. And also, in a way, I feel like it's kind of corny. Like, I feel like it's always best to move approve in silence. I know I was just talking about you shouldn't care about what people think, but people will think you're lame as hell when you start saying like, oh, I'm gonna blow up. Because I used to do that a lot and get a lot of hate. But it's like sometimes I can see where that comes from. I don't know, it's kind of corny. Like it's rather like you should show people you're gonna blow up. Because it feels like when you're telling them that, you're having to prove it to them. When instead they should just be like, oh yeah, his videos are good, he's gonna blow up. That's why I don't go around saying I'm gonna be famous anymore, because I feel like my videos should prove that. Like I shouldn't have to be the one to tell people. I shouldn't have to convince people that I'm gonna blow up. I should just, if they fuck with it, they fuck with it. If they don't, they don't. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to convince people to think I'm gonna blow up. I really gotta get more passionate about it though, and I think me streaming is a good way for me to do this, because it reminds me about YouTube even existing. Because I be forgetting I even have a channel sometimes, just because I be so wrapped up in this real world, and so I be so wrapped up with like just taking care of what I need to take care of, like my main responsibilities, like having something to eat, having enough money for rent. Bro, that should be crazy. But I got too much on my plate. Let me think of more topics. I can speak on. Oh yeah, here's another one, bro. Not everybody that you think is your friend is really your friend. All right, stay with me now. Bro, I feel like I'm like getting all motivational and shit. But no, fake friends exist. Let me just word it that way. And this is not me saying my friends are fake, but this is another topic I was gonna speak on. It reminded me of it, bro. And with me saying this, in no way am I saying my friends are fake. I would actually say I have some amazing friends. I'm using this as an example of stuff that could actually happen in real friendships and actually mean something. Because what I'm about to say doesn't actually mean anything. It just kind of like looks and feels a little weird, but it's not like that. It's not what it seems like. Like it's not all that. But like I'm about to use this as an example. So my friend group, right? Whenever it's one of their birthdays, every single person in the group posts them on their birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like I post them. Every single person in the group post them. I'm gonna make up names. When it's Kobe's birthday, we all post Kobe, including me. When it's Zach's birthday, we all post Zach on his birthday, including me. When it's Matt's birthday, we all post Matt on his birthday, including me. When it's my birthday, don't nobody post me. And I'm not saying, oh, my friend's fake, bro. They don't fuck with me, bro. That's not what I'm saying. They probably don't even realize they doing it. And if y'all are seeing this, I don't want y'all to think this is me saying, like, oh, y'all better post me. Like, don't feel obligated to post me on my birthday next year. All I'm saying is, like, I'm using this as an example of you could always be there for someone, but the second it's your turn, they don't ever show up. But you're there at all times to show up the second they need it, bro. Like, I'm using that as an example. Now, could my friends be fake and not fuck with me and I just don't know about it? Maybe. No, I'm playing. But I'm using that to say, like, you could always be there for someone and then they still not gonna be there for you. No matter how many times you show up for them, they still might not always show up for you. And that lets you know, like, maybe you shouldn't be hanging around this person. Maybe they're not really your friend. The thing is, though, I don't know what it is, bro. Maybe I just don't got pictures with them. I'm like, this is not me saying they fake. This is just something I want to talk about now. I'm talking to y'all straight up. My friends watching this, I'm playing. No, it is crazy, though, because literally, like, without fail, every single person in the group posts whoever's birthday it is, except for when it's me. I don't know. Maybe there's some I don't know. Maybe there's a secret group chat that they're all in that I'm not in. Who knows, bro? No, I'm trolling, bro. I'm not trolling saying, like, that shit does actually happen. I don't know why. But it's not like I'm not tripping over that shit for real. It's just like a coincidence. I know this, bro. But no, do not take this out of context. Do not start being like, hey man, he calling us fake. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just using it as an example of something that could be happening with other people. But no, I'm not calling my friends fake. I don't want y'all, and I don't want people out here making edits like, damn bro, like that boy Aiden going through it. Like I don't want people making edits putting a sad song over a clip of me talking about my friends don't be there for me and shit. Cause that's not what I'm saying. Y'all don't take this shit out of context. It is what it is though, bro.
I wish you loved me too. It breaks me to pieces. You're leaving me right where you found me, just broken and all.